Footwork, one of the many overlooked aspects of mixed martial arts training. Footwork really separates the amateurs from the professionals. Now, a lot of people, when they get straight into boxing or any type of mixed martial arts, they're so excited to start. And a lot of people think that everything starts, from the punches. But in reality, it's actually starting from your base, which are your feet. And if you can understand how to move, which requires your feet, you're going to have such a huge advantage compared to other people who are completely overlooking this and they're not really implementing footwork in their training. What's up everyone, it's Coach Miguel with Battle Labs Work and Recover, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different boxing footwork drills that you guys can implement at home. Now, these require absolutely no equipment. All it needs is your mind, your body, and your feet. Now, footwork is really important. A lot of people overlook this, especially when they're starting. They go in with the mindset of, just tearing the going in with the workout with the intention of hitting hard with their hands, and when in reality actually everything starts from the base, which is your feet. And if you have your base right, then everything's gonna flow a little better. So if you guys are just starting, or if you guys are even amateurs, and you feel like you're plateauing in your skill level, a lot of the times it's not so much of what's going up here, it's actually down below. Since we don't really see our feet too much, we're not really paying attention to it too much, it's overlooked a lot. It's really common. And footwork is really important. So we're going to show you guys 5 different boxing drills that you guys can implement. Before we get started, guys, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button down below. Also feel free to drop a comment, and also shout out to Team Ironman Mixed Martial Arts for letting us use their training facility. We're over here based off of Riverside, Inland Empire. And yeah, many thanks to Danny Navarro. So let's go ahead and get started with the footwork drills. So first drill is going to be the step in and recover. A really basic one. Now this is great if you're a beginner. A big problem I see when people start is they're not really synchronizing their lower body and their upper body. So it's really important to be properly positioned in order to allow that to happen. All right. So a quick example for you guys. You guys can draw something on the ground to give you a point of reference. So for example, I'm going to use this little area right here, and I'm going to start with my lead foot, and I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to use recover with my back foot. All right, my back foot's going to essentially take the spot of the old foot. All right, and then vice versa. Now we're going to bring it back here. So this is a long step. You aren't going to be really doing this too much unless you're really aggressively engaging or you're aggressively retracting back. But essentially you want to get efficient at this though. And you want to be balanced when you're doing it, okay? So take your time, get quality reps in. As you get a little better, you can amp up the speed. And then you can actually start throwing in the punches to kind of give that connection, okay? When you're first starting, don't worry about the punches yet, just worry about the feet. But once you get a little bit better, you can start throwing punches. So this is how it would look. So again, when I'm going forward, I'm stepping forward, and immediately this foot is replacing the spot where this foot is. So we're recovering the spot with the rear leg. Vice versa, we're going the other way, same thing. Stepping this way, this recovers the spot, and now my foot's on this side. So let's say you're trying to counter someone that's aggressively coming towards you. What I like to do is sometimes time them, and then bah, they'll jump right in straight to the hook. The cross, excuse me. So you guys can do this over and over again. Now you guys can do smaller steps too eventually, but we're just going to do this right now. And again, we're just doing this right here. Alright, so that's footwork drill number 1. Alright, so footwork drill number 2 is going to be called the happy feet or the foot steppers, whatever you want to call it. Essentially though, this is how it looks. Now you can do this with something like this, for example. I found a foam roller, or if you have like a soccer ball laying around, you guys can do it. But the whole point though is to do this movement without committing and putting your weight onto it, alright? You want to remain light on the actual base of your feet, okay? I have this here too as another example. You can do this on the curbside. You can go outside and go out, find a curb and do the same thing. But this will teach you to be light and fast on your feet. And again, you're not committing to putting weight on it. You want to stay light. Alright, so, and if you don't have anything at all, you can just, draw a line. For example, there's this line right here, and you guys can go in and out as well. But preferably, try to find something that has a little bit of leverage, so you guys could have better feedback if you're putting a little bit too much weight on the front, okay? So, quickly, another demonstration. This is how it looks. And again, if you're doing this, do recommend chopping too, because it'll allow your mechanics to function a little bit better. So you've probably seen athletes like football players when they're doing footwork drills, they do this a lot too. But do some chopping motions while you're simultaneously chopping with your feet, okay? So that's drill number 2. All right, so drill number 3 is going to be the in and outs. What you want is you want a line to give you a point of reference, and essentially though we're going in and out, all right? So we're gonna step in with our lead foot in, and then we're gonna step out again with our lead foot and come back out. Okay? So when you're first starting, again, no need to use your hands. We're just gonna focus on the feet. So, and just stay nice and light, going in and out. Okay? Switch sides. Okay? Then once you get a little bit more advanced, you can throw the jab. Okay? So the reason why we're doing this though is to get more efficient at going in and out, okay? For example, when you're sparring with someone, and you want to test them out, you don't want to necessarily fully commit. Sometimes you want to just throw something and get back out. Okay? So we're stepping in to engage, and we're stepping out to be safe. Okay? Reset. From here, they might even walk back into you, and you can throw other combos. Okay? Okay, so that's footwork number 3. All right, so drill number 4 is going to be the switch step. Now you probably see a lot of fighters like Lomachenko, TJ Dillashaw, and Dominic Cruz utilize this a lot. Essentially though, you're darting out to the side and you're going to be landing in southpaw, okay? So this is a really good movement. It throws people off a lot and it's really fast, and it allows you to, personally I believe it allows you to really cut the angle a lot faster than a lot of other types of footwork drills. So, for example, this is right here a foam roller. I'm going to use it as a point of reference. This is my opponent. Let's say I'm spacing him, we're engaging, and then essentially though I'm going to be darting out that way. So I'm going to be doing a little shuffle, right? And I'm going to be shuffling out, and then I'm going to be pivoting out. Okay? And then vice versa, when you're in southpaw, shuffle, pivot out. Now, there's different ways to really drill this. You can just work on the shuffle, for example. Here. Once you get a little bit more comfortable, then you could actually engage the pivot into the movement. And again, I really like this this movement because it allows you to get the angle on your opponent, okay? For example, you can throw a jab cross, and you can actually throw a cross while you're switching down the middle, come out that side. Now your opponent's facing that side, and you have the advantage. Vice versa. So you're here. Alright, so again, just switching. Okay? Alright, so that's drill number 4. Again, let me show you guys real slow, real quick. Again, I'm using this pretty much this cross here as a point of reference. You guys can do your own imaginary cross. But as you can see here, my lead foot, I'm in my fighting position. And so there's pretty much like 2 ways of doing this, okay? The first one is just the small shuffle. So see this line right here? I want my foot to pretty much land a little bit out on the angle, and I'm going to shuffle. Okay? Essentially, I'm doing the letter V. Okay? Then, once you get a little bit more comfortable, you're gonna do the same movement, and then you're gonna pivot. So you'll be on the outside. Okay? You start off with southpaw. Here, again, doing the letter V, pivoting out. Again, pivoting out. Okay? Alright, so take it slow, and yeah, just try it over and over again, and try it out. So that's drill number 4. Alright, so drill number 5, the same thing. We're going to use something like this to give us a point of reference, and we're just going to essentially we're going to point and shoot, okay? And what I mean by that is we're going to be in our fighting stance, and there we're going to, for example, angle out, okay? So I'm going to point with my lead foot where I want to go. So I want to land out on the side, and then we'll just readjust, okay? Point, readjust, point, readjust, point, readjust, point, readjust. Same thing, opposite way. And again, there's small little incremental steps, okay? Because that's all you really need to do in order to get out get the angle and get out of the center line, okay? Once you get a little bit more advanced, you can actually start throwing the jabs. So here. Vice versa, you can train at your southpaw side. And again, we're just pretty much stepping around this right here. This is for example, as you see me here, I'm taking a step, readjusting. Same thing this way. So it's really, really basic, but this is really important because it allows you to get the angle on your opponent, and if you got the angle, you're going to have an advantage. So that's drill number 5. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. That was 5 boxing footwork drills. Now these aren't your typical footwork drills like you guys see all over the internet with the drill ladders and all that stuff. This is really minimalistic, and also I tried to throw in the element of, you know, fighting in there. So there's a lot of angles in there, okay? When you guys are doing this, and keep in mind with your balance, and again, don't rush the process. First fine tune the movement, and then you can go a little bit more faster, and you guys can start throwing the punches. But when you guys are first starting, don't even worry about, you know, throwing the upper part of the body yet. Just focus purely on the legs, on your feet. And once you feel like you've gotten the flow of it, then you can start throwing the punches in there. But hopefully that was helpful, guys. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and also feel free to drop a comment below if you have any questions regarding the boxing footwork drills, or if you have any other questions for us. And also don't forget to check out Acroball. It's a cool little hand-eye coordination tool that could help you develop better reflexes. Links in the description. Go ahead and check it out. And that's it, guys. Coach Miguel checking out Battle Labs, Work and Recover, and I'll see you guys in another video.